newer cars, you beat on it a little bit and it's gonna go make an Audi or something. This you can beat on pretty good, but at the same time you have to beat on it pretty good.
Hey, what's up everybody? Check this out. As I had mentioned, we're back and we've got Alan here, iPrint 3D. If you don't know the vacuum kits that I sell, Alan prints them all, designs all of it, does all that good stuff. So he also has been known to do some body work and he's pretty darn good at it. So the 77 Dodge Valiant here, Austin's. We're gonna have Alan help us out on this. And tonight, what are you gonna start on? Are you gonna start on the front fender here, you think?
Yeah, probably the fender and then tear into the quarter over here and get everything kind of shaped up and assess where we're at.
How bad is it?
I mean, it's not terrible, but it definitely needs to be worked down and flattened out and guide coated and blocked and things like that. So.
Gotcha. You've probably seen worse though.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Gotcha. Alrighty. So what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of time lapse, a little bit of B-roll, and then we'll talk about what he had just previously did, like what steps he did. Not too much of teaching you, but just so you guys can see the process. We want to start a build process or a build series on the Valiant. We do have the motor over here that Austin and I are going to be going through. We might start tonight, but in the meantime, we want to go ahead and catch Alan and what he's doing on this. Austin wants to have it ready to go here in May or June after paint. We're going to see what we can do. So right now, Alan's going to jump on working on this. I'm going to go ahead and record, and we appreciate you checking out the video. Right now, Alan's just sanding everything down to bare metal. That way he can see what's underneath. He can tell that there's some Bondo there, but if he can fix that metal and not have to use Bondo, that's what he'd prefer to do. So he's just letting me know, hey, this is pretty thick here, and then we're gonna have a little bit of trouble up in here. Just getting everything looking nice and smooth and good, ready to go. He wants to have a good base to start with, so that's really what it is right now. In here, he's also noticing that there's that rust that we're going to talk about later in the video that was under the paint on the metal. I'm in there sanding now because this is going to take some effort, and I think we might actually media blast it. So we're shortly into it. We've realized that my compressor just doesn't have enough air power. So we're switching between air and electric, and I'm helping him some. And now that I know that he wants to get the car stripped, probably going to go ahead and do some media blasting on it when we're not working here. Alan's dedicating a couple hours one day a week to go ahead and work on it. So I'm going to do as much work on it as possible when he's not here. So I'll still record that and put that with these videos. So right now, he's just got some of it stripped. Obviously, there was some Bondo put down. It wasn't all the way. Is that too metal and just rusting
No, that's
underneath?
just like the
like
factory primer.
Just factory primer.
This is the old school red primer.
Gotcha. So
Doesn't look to be sanded or anything under it. So
nothing to bite on or anything, and it's just
nah,
chipping off once he starts pounding it.
There's a huge dent all the way, probably back to here or so.
Probably like they backed out and rubbed against something.
And a little bit here, yeah.
Or somebody backed out and
Yeah,
another vehicle, and rubbed against it. So I know he's only got a short time here, so I'm going to let him get to it. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Yeah, I'm going to continue stripping down there, and he's going to work on getting these dents out.
As long as you keep your clothes on, Steve, it's okay.
Good. Okay, I will.
make it pretty flat before you put a little bit of Bondo in it. Yeah.
So it is.
Yeah,
Is it harder to work, or is it just easier in the fact that you can hit it harder and you don't have to worry about overhitting it?
All of that.
All of it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not like newer cars. You beat on it a little bit, and it's gonna go make an Audi or something. This you can beat on pretty good, but at the same time, you have to beat on it pretty good.
So I just wanted to do a little recap to close out. Alan actually got this body line here. As you can see right here is a pretty good dent, and there was Bondo in here. And this was dented all the way back into here. So he got this body line a little more predominant here. He got most of it nice here. He just needs, he didn't bring his other tools to be able to reach back there and push this out, so he's going to do that this next week. But what we ended up finding out after him getting it stripped down is there was rust under the paint. So I believe I mentioned in another video, when we first moved the shop out to Missouri, we actually set up in Austin's garage at his old place. So after we moved out into this building here, this was in that garage. That garage actually had a wire that caught on fire, and it burnt the inside of the garage, but it actually snuffed itself out. So it didn't burn the garage to the ground. It actually burned up all the oxygen, and it went ahead and put the fire out. But as you can see on this hood here, it's very, like, the paint is real messed up. That's all from heat. So this was bubbles that bubbled and popped. Now what we believe happened here, because this was under the paint, is some of it here could be from not so good body work, because you can see where there was studs put on this at one time to pull it out. But this stuff was bubbled real bad. So we're thinking that just in the short time that it had bubbled from the fire, that the moisture and humidity in the air, it now started to rust, because that's still kind of just surface rust on there. Because of this, I'm going to go ahead and media blast it. Now the plan is he wants to go ahead and start with this fender and get this fender fixed the next time that he's in here. There's just a few more things that he needs to do. So I will get all of this blasted, probably this whole side, before he comes back in Tuesday next week. I'm going to get as much as I can done, but I'm at least going to get enough where he can work and start getting things going, and this is going to allow things to happen a lot faster. So thanks for watching. Tune in next week when we have the next video on this 67 Dodge Valiant build. I was actually editing the video and realized I said 77 at the beginning of the video. It's a 67 Dodge Valiant or Plymouth Valiant.